Well, hello everyone. Today I will be bringing you guys a brow tutorial using the BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trios. This is what the outside of the packaging looks like, exactly what the inside look like. And then you have your ingredients and how to use the palette or what each product is for on the back of the box. I'm going to start with this palette right here. This is the outside and it is the brow defining kit, and this one right here is in light. These are $3.95 on the BH Cosmetics website, and I absolutely love this product. This is light. This is a very light shade, of course, for blonde, porcelain pale, and it comes with this brush that's duo end. You have an angle brush at one end and a concealer like type brush at the other end, and that's what you have right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. This right here is the wax. This is the light powder and this is the dark powder. You can use this any way you want, but I am going to show you the way I use them. And I have swatched all three colors on my hands right here so you can see them. Once again, that's the wax, that's the light powder, and that's the dark powder. Now, here we have the medium. Medium is my favorite one and the one that I use. It has a dark brown hint to it, and it comes with the exact same thing the light kit came with. Now the light is up top and the medium is bottom, so you can see the difference, and I'll swatch both of them for you. And that colored wax, you can put it on before, and some people actually put it on afterwards, but I don't like that method, to be honest with you. So now we're going to move into dark. Dark is absolutely dark. It has like a black tint in it almost. I don't use this. You would think I would, but I don't. I use medium. And let me show you guys how all three of them look up against each other. So you have a variety. Most people would probably use medium, but here you have all three swatched, and see how that dark is a jet black wax. So let's move on to the tutorial. Here's my bare eyebrows. I'm gonna show you how to clean them up and arch them and sculpt them. So this is a spoolie out of the BH Cosmetics, I almost said Sedona Lace, and that's an angle brush out of the Pop Art set. And right here you have a I call this an eyebrow razor. You can get them at your local beauty supply. I'm just gonna trim first. You brush your hairs up, and I'm doing that with the spoolie, and then you just take the razor and trim everything neat. And the first step to flawless brows is making sure that your hair is tamed. I have so many clients, they come and they want this flawless, perfect, thin brow, and their natural eyebrows are so thick and so kinky and never been arched, and it's virtually impossible to give you a small arched brow with that much hair. So you clean up the bottom also, and it's just removing all of the excess hair, and this does not hurt at all. I absolutely love these, been using them forever. So now that we have both of our brows cleaned up, we're gonna do the exact same thing but the opposite way. I'm gonna brush down and repeat the same steps that I just did. So here I'm taking the razor again, and like I said, I'm just repeating what I did already and just getting rid of the excess hair. Now brush them back up, because when you sculpt them, you want your brows to be up. Just like that, all the excess hair is gone. I'm gonna prep them before I apply any product on them. Just like eyeshadow, you want something for it to stick to and last all day. So I'm just gonna prep them with the Sedona Lace Stick It To 'Em primer. So now I'm gonna go in with the wax, and I will be using the medium kit. And I'm gonna use the angle brush in the palette, but I'm gonna switch over to that other one in a minute. And I just outline the entire brow. I try to follow my natural shape unless I want a different shape brow that day. You can change the shape of your brows. And then I lightly fill it in with that wax. I can't talk today, you guys. And I'm just filling it in. You don't have to be neat at all. I'm gonna go in with the light powder first and put it at the beginning of the brow. You always want your beginning to look lighter or more natural as it can look. So I always put a lighter powder there. And then I'm going to go in with the darker powder, and I'm going to put that at the tail end of the eyebrow. And like I was saying, you don't have to be neat because we're going to clean them up with concealer, and they'll be flawless and perfect. So now I'm just going to brush the beginning outwards and upwards so that I can have that natural look and that fade, and it can mimic hair a little bit more. I'm going to take a clear brow gel. I use e.l.f. and I put this on before I actually do my concealer, because sometimes I apply my concealer, then I go to put this gel on and it runs a little bit and messes up my sharpness. So I set my brows into place before I conceal them. So I'm going to take LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm using Fun. I will have the link to this below the video. And I'm just going to clean up the brow. And I'm going to use an angle brush to do that. And I always start at the end. I don't know why. And I try to get that tail end as thin as possible and sharp as possible. So you don't have to be that drastic. I drag concealer to my ear almost. But you guys get what I'm trying to do. And just blend it down. I don't know why this concealer is giving off an olive color on camera. Maybe a little bit of that brow powder is still in this angle brush. But yeah, we're just cleaning it up right here. And take your time unless you're in a rush. So I'm just adding that, and then I blend it down. So next I just take my finger and blend it out a little bit more. I kind of leave the concealer there a little bit because it gives me a natural brow bone highlight for when I do my eyeshadow, or if I'm not wearing eyeshadow. This is called the box method. I box them in, line it up with the side of your nose, and just make that straight line right there. And just blend that out. I do not clean up the top of my brows because 9 times out of 10 I don't wear foundation, so I try to draw them on as even as possible so I don't have to conceal the top. I'm just taking a brush and blending that concealer out some more. And yes, that's my final look on my eyebrows. Right there, nothing drastic, just clean shaped brows. Make sure you check BH Cosmetics out. The link will be below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.